What's happening, guys? Welcome back to episode 18. So, before we get going this episode, just to state, I had my numbers wrong on my last few episodes. So, last episode was not 16, that was 17. Not to worry, they are all uploaded in the correct order. All the videos are there. But I do want to make sure no one thought that they may have missed an episode somewhere who have not. This was a mistake on my part. Aside from that, just to kind of talk about Shadow Keep for a second, because this area can be confusing. If you notice, this is like a key location that connects everything. You have optional areas over here, you have the hinterlands, you're going to have the madness region, which will be down here. Then obviously you have the ancient ruins of Ra. All this is connected. So if you don't actually go through and do all this and work your way up from every single side of Grace, you're going to miss things. Like both of these are in this tower, but this is storehouse back section. This is optional content, which leads to these areas. And then obviously the first floor is going to take you all the way up to the main boss. So with that being said, we're going to start from the storehouse back section. Now, your side of Grace is like right here. We've already cleared this first floor, so we're not going to do it again. If you have not, I suggest you go ahead and take it out. But this is why I tell you guys to follow along. We have too much to cover to actually, do the same thing twice, obviously. So going on up, there will be one fire knight, and there's a lot. If you guys have been struggling with these guys, there's a lot here. This is where they're all coming from. These are Mesmer's knights. So this is Mesmer's dungeon. So with that being said, you're going to fight more than you faced up to this point. You've only fought like one here, one there. Now, most of the time you can backstab them, but not always. I mean, these guys have very keen senses. This one's real easy. Just go up, kick off, we're done with him. Now, aside from him, you just got a couple clowns here. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of those guys, and you're just going to have to, do your best, find out what works for you. Different ashes of war, different weapons, get creative. I liked repeating thrusts, frostbite affinity, the like greatsword, that helped a lot. Savage lion's claws on the fire knight sword, that also worked really well. So it's just up to you guys what you feel is going to be best for you. But yeah, I mean, just to give a few tips, I would use those guys. They work pretty good for me. You see just how formidable these assholes are. Like, they are no joke. Oh, look at that. Fire Knight's short sword. I think that's the fucking dagger. They call it a short sword. I think that's when it's like the dagger, though. He's got quick step. That should tell you everything you need. Yeah, stop calling it a short sword, please, from soft. It's not a short sword, it's a dagger. Either way, going up, the way to progress is actually behind you. But we're going to go ahead and clear everything out first. There's essentially a hole in the wall which will take you outside then back up top. Now, obviously, since you have to do the other sections, you're going to see a lot of stuff you just can't get to just yet. You can, just, not yet. So going out here, Fire Serpent, absolutely phenomenal spell. It's just a projectile. It's like Faith's version of a glintstone pebble, but it tracks enemies. It's like a fucking homing missile. It will follow them, whether they dodge or not. Doesn't matter. It's going to hit them most of the time. Aside from that, low mana cost, low requirement at 16 Faith is very powerful. It does a lot of damage for something that you could charge up to do more damage, or just kind of spam it, just one bow, 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 just popping guys off with it and really stacking up damage. One of my favorite spells. I think it's one of the most powerful spells, even though it is very simple. So with that in mind, we're actually going to switch our spells up. We have picked up a few within the last few episodes. I mean, being here, we're getting all the Fire Knight spells, so they're all very strong. So let's just kind of redo some things here. So quickly, I'm gonna do Fire Serpent. We'll do Rain of Fire. What was the other one? Obviously, I'm gonna want my big boy, my Boss Melter. Then aside from that, there's something else I feel like I want. Oh yeah, our nuke. So we got a few Boss Melters. Now the Rain of Fire is like what you do at the start of a fight. You see that? So while you do that, you're sitting here hitting them from the bottom. Or you're stacking on other spells, you're just melting shit down. So that's the damage over time, right? Something to keep in mind. So either way, now that we have showed that off and wasted 60% of our mana, we'll go ahead and head on up. So for the most part, you're going to be dealing with bats and Fire Knights. Now these Fire Knights have a spell, it's a holy spell that sends what looks like a portal at you. It's just this huge holy burst that's going to knock you off, so you got to be careful. The bats, oh shit, wrong spell for one, but that'll work. That'll definitely work. The bats are pretty easy to deal with. Now, this is going to require you to, go up, go down, go up, and, because it doesn't always connect. So just keep that in mind. You see what I'm saying? We can spam that quick, chase them down. We're not going to miss them. So just go past your ladder, grab your stuff, then we'll head on up. That's what I'm saying. It's just a very specific way you need to move through here. There's a few different lower platforms, a few upper platforms. And it's really nice to stagger these guys. So ignore this path for the time being. We're going to kind of just turn around, go for this little podium in the middle. So you're on your left hand side, get your smithing 7s. 4, not a bad find, not a bad find. Thank you. Alright, now beneath you you're going to see some like elevators and stuff like that, and we're going to get into it. We're just not going to get into it from here. So what you're going to want to do, you see that elevator over there with that item? That's like what we're doing last. So we're working towards that, but we're going to drop here. On the back side, Wrath from Afar. That's that spell I said you're going to have to be cautious. They're using it, you know. I mean, now you have it too, but you're going to want to deal with that first. Now, what you see right here beneath you, that is... yeah, that's where we're going. 2 podiums look very, very familiar. One's the way out, one's just the way down. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out this way. We're going to drop, turn around, roll off. I will say I don't like going this way because it puts you in a weird spot for the Fire Knight up top. But as far as like progression, it makes sense if you will. As he gets up, we're hitting with our big stuff. Thank you. That's a good thing about not having like parry on your shield, because I can still get to that Ash of War where I'm dual wielding, but I still have protection where I'm not. So like if I'm using my Ash of War, blah, 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 you know, so I'm essentially dual wielding, and then I'm just right back to being protected. And I do like that. That actually makes this weapon pretty fucking powerful, if I'm, you know, being honest. Alright, guys, so now we're going to ride up. Like I said, you're not going to be in the best place here. You're not going to be in the best place. Because as soon as you come out, yep, so you do have some protection, but he can still get to you, as you see. Fire, I feel like we could deal with. It's the other shit that's a problem. So that Wrath from Afar spell will fuck you up. Just try to block through that. Yep. And then I like to just try to get up close, which usually I wouldn't do. But he makes it really hard to get to him. There it is. So, very challenging, but very possible, you know. Alright, so from here, yeah, we're going to knock this out. So what you're going to do, this could be tricky. So what you want to do is you're going to send that down, and then drop right here. And sometimes this elevator is up. Like if you wouldn't have took that first drop and moved the elevator, this one would have been up, so you'd have to send this down, and then send the other one back down, and that, you know, so it can be a little tricky. So that is your Fire Knight Hild. Very, very, very powerful summon. Obviously, I mean, think of how formidable these guys are, right? They're going to do the same thing for you. Now, what we want to do is drop. And that's your way out right there. But there should have been one more item, I thought. Yeah, right here. So, Sombering 8. And once you got that, guys, we're done. You know, we roll off. I know it's very challenging, and it is. But it's not a big area at the end of the day. So we're going out to your right. Take this lift on down. So what this is going to lead you to, guys, is it's going to lead you to a boss arena here, which leads you like to fucking 5 or 6 scatter tree fragments, right? So that's nice. But it's a dead end, just getting a couple items. But there's also a hidden path that will take you here if you have the right gesture, which we picked up episode 12. That leads you out to the hinterlands. So next episode, we will be going for the Fingers quest on getting a very powerful weapon. I cannot wait to show you guys. It's a katana. So I'm usually not a big katana fan, but man, this thing's special. It's very special. You guys are going to love it. It makes Moonveil look like a little fucking puppy dog. I shit you not. In my opinion, it does, man. It does. It's like, hold my beer. You know, it's like Moonveil asked for, oh, that's so powerful. This someone's like, hold my beer. I'll show you something. Really cool. Does black magic. It's just like, I mean, it's just another version of Moonveil. I mean, it looks super cool. It looks like it's made of like black smoke. But it's a dex magic katana. It's got magic damage, it's got physical damage, and super powerful Ash of War, which will build up more blood loss than Moonveil. So, all in all, it's much more powerful, in my opinion. Much more powerful. Alright, so going on down, we're not doing anything else here, guys. We don't want to touch anything else here. Like I said, there's a boss out here, and yes, you can get some upgrades if you guys want to go for him. This guy is one of the hardest bosses in the DLC. He's up there. So we're going to want to, just make sure we do a guide and get things right. So from here, and yes, I know we still have this section, and we'll go over how to reach this. We kind of skipped over it for the time being because he still might give everyone some trouble. It's a 3-phase boss fight. So, just good fun. Either way, from here, we're going to jump on over to Storehouse first floor. Now, like I said, this area can be very confusing. There's a very specific way you want to do this because there's just a lot going on. So the very first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to go jump on over to this podium. You're going to see like this, oh, you dick. You usually don't get involved in that, but you know what? We'll go ahead and take out him. There's like one more he likes to be a dick. Yeah, just stick to the left right around this corner. I don't want these guys fucking with us. Yeah, right here. Alright, come on, lock on. This is ridiculous. We typically, you should not have to do that. He's not supposed to act. I've never had him aggro before, but, that could be assholes. So either way, you're just going straight. You're going to jump up here. And there's like this big lion trophy, or statue. Now, with this, as you work your way up, it's going to let you drop down on this, but I don't really care to backtrack, so we're just going to make things easier and get it now. Now, if you jump back to the start, we're actually going to work the right side first. It's just a little shortcut. It'll lead you on out to the main areas. There he is. With that being said, we can grab a talisman. So right here, get your consumable, and if you look, you see this sneaky little path. It doesn't even look like you're supposed to go this way. Like, it looks like you're not supposed to go this way at all. But if you just kind of slither your way through, you're going to notice there's a lever. And it's the only way into this room unless you drop down from the other side of Grace up there. But it's just the way it's set up, I guess. But this is definitely the right way to get in. It just looks odd. Alright, guys. So there's one. As soon as we go out, if you were to go straight through here, just to quickly show there's no reason to do it, that's your side of Grace. This is where we took out the beast bro that was getting involved. So what we're really trying to do is come out of there and just, pretty much turn around. Alright, asshole. Yeah, they're so annoying. This area's rough, Definitely the most challenging thing we've done thus far, in my opinion. Like, not even close. Not even close. I mean, like I said, my first time fighting Fire Knights, just fighting one took every heal, and there's like 20 of them. Then you're just buried in enemies that have high damage output, So it's definitely up there. The bosses, there's 2 bosses here, and they're fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy. They're really rough. We'll be fine, but just, heads up. In comparison to everything else we've done, I just don't think. Maybe the guy in, Cerulean Coast, that boss there, the knight, he's kind of rough, but for Trescent Knight, besides him, nothing's really been so bad yet. So either way, we're going to go in here and progress on Spock's quest line, or start to, rather. There's a few steps. It revolves around finding Freya, too. But first, I would like to just go ahead and clear all of our surroundings. So these stairs, that's how you go up. But before we do, we are going to be, knocking this out. So you do have a Fire Knight in your near future. I'm just going to try him with the Ash, see if that helps. So if you're struggling with these guys, there's a few things that will help, and I'll name that off. So, if I forgot to mention, and I think I did mention, but just to reiterate, because they are tough, Savage Lion's Claw with the Fire Knight Greatsword, if you can farm that up, very powerful, because you can do it once, and then after that you hit them like one time, they're staggered. You can put Blood Loss Affinity, get Fire, Blood, and a lot of physical, so that works, and then repeating thrust, Frostbite Affinity on the Light Greatsword. It just stun locks them. Both those things can really help with these guys. Shit you not. Just get creative. You got your weapons, you got your Ashes of War, find out what works for you, because they are strong. They're strong. So either way, going in here, here's Onspok. If you don't want spoilers, just go ahead and pause. I'll give you guys a second, not long, but I'm going to break this down because I don't have time to go all the dialogue. Alright, here we go. Onspok used to serve Moog. You know this. We know that Moog is dead. You know also that Mikula made a vow to Radon. So what's really happening here is Onspok's going to tell you that Moog's body has been taken by Mikula's people, and he's wondering why. So we're going to find some evidence to prove why going through here. And what's really happening is Mikkel wants to bring Radon back to life. You cannot put a demigod in just anyone. He needs a demigod's body to put a demigod's soul in. So they're taking Moog's body and throwing Radon in it. Does that sound like fun? Oh, it is. What's worse than Radon? I don't know. Radon with fucking blood flame, right? So yeah, that's your boss. I did think it was funny too because these players act like, oh, I'm a soul's vet, and then they act surprised with who the main boss was. I'm like, dude, it literally told you. You want to brag about being a Souls vet, you don't even do the quests. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they tell you, right? But if you're not finding all the quest lines, and some is obscure, let's be real here, you might not, you might not figure it out. You gotta do the quest lines, you gotta find all the quest items, and I'm not saying that to talk shit, I just think it's funny that everyone missed out on that, and, they're have to find a boss. And then I said something like, oh, you spoiled it. I'm like, dude, we learned that like 8 hours before that fight. It's not a spoiler. You weren't paying attention. It's not my fault. Because they tell you here, we still got all this other shit to do before we even get to that fight. Would you think we told you at the end of the game? So I just found that funny. He said, no, we disrespectful for talking shit. It's just, odd. But people could have missed the evidence we could find for Ansbach to his quest. So. It's always a possibility. It's super obscure, super hidden. So did we get the crafting on the left? We did. I think it was fireflies. Now, these stairs will take you up those stairs. Same thing, same area. We're not going to hit them yet, but they do go to the same place. So before we go up, what we're going to be doing, we're going to take him, head on down. Can we make it? Good. I was stuck. So this guy over here, he was at your other side of Grace, and we could have actually took him out, then dropped down, I guess. But easy peasy. Now we got that spell. Honestly, the reason I went, we did the optional first. Well, for one, you should always fight the main boss last, but for two, is just to get the spell because it helps out with this area so much. If you're doing faith, even if you're not, it's only 16 levels, guys. You know what I mean? Investment isn't that bad where everybody could use it, and we could be getting more damage since I'm using a lot of those spells. If we swap that out for that, I got to get to plus 25. I'll probably end up doing that. It's going to boost the Fire Knight incantations, and we'd be getting more damage. But I don't know, I like mine. My frenzy, it scales with every single stat besides arcane, so I mean, it's probably still better with all the decks I'm rocking. Decisions, but I mean, we'd lose our deck scaling, so it'd probably even out, and I feel like the damage is more than fine. You know what I mean? More than fine. So, this is what I was talking about. There's situations like this where you think you could sneak up on them, but if you notice, these guys are so alert, man. I see one. That was close, brother. That was some close shit there. I'm sorry, they're fucking rough. Never gets easier. Alright. So before we go up, just to show, it's just a dead end. There's actually nothing here. But there are like these books. People have tried to climb them and shit. It's just, nothing going on. I don't want anyone thinking we're missing something. So we're going down. Sometimes I see a Fire Knight here. I think it's that guy, but I don't think there's a second one. I think it was the guy that's up top. Consumable, Blessed Bone Shard. We started finding those once you made it to the Board of Reprimand. So, I mean, they're kind of newer consumable in the DLC, but once you made it to the Skidoo Altus, you should have started running into those. Either way, guys, progressing, you're going to see this big old statue. That's going to take us up and out. But first we want to, get all clear here. Dueling shield. So, we showed off those shields earlier. I guess they're okay, and like an offhand have a shield that you could also fight with, but it's like a twin blade. I saw the trailer for the DLC, and they showed off that new weapon type, and I thought it was so cool. But then when I started trying to use it, I wasn't into it. You know what I mean? I just really was not into it. I don't know if I actually showed you guys the moveset, and I would like to. This is very odd. Let's see. So we picked up this one's more for magic, so 15 int, 17 strength, 13 dex. This one's more like your quality, so 15 dex, 15 strength. But yeah, we're going to show these. I'm not going to actually be serious with it. So one-handing, you're getting thrust attacks. That's it. Charge heavy. Ash of War. It doesn't use mana, but that's your Ash of War, guys. I'm trying to think. Is it doing that because I'm holding the Ash of War button? Or is it just not having a real Ash of War? Because I don't really know much about him. The move's like the same, right? It's just a really odd weapon. It happens to do a lot of posture damage, but if I was you guys, what I would do, if you really, you really like it, you want to use it, what I would do is just use it as a regular shield so you can block. Let's look. So you got 88 physical damage negation, 44 magic, 39 fire, 55 lightning, and 53 holy. Guard boost almost 6. This is not bad as a regular shield, stat-wise. So you can just block with it, then just have something where you can still, hit enemies. So you go through, you're blocking. You know what I mean? That's how I'd probably use it, which I'm not, But it is interesting, and I'd be remiss if I didn't point it out. But regular shields, guys, it's always the way. Now, I think the two best shields you get in the DLC, regular, like special shields, that's my boy right there. I love that. And that's actually be really good for going with what we're doing too, because that's the other thing. Just to show you guys some kind of cool stuff. Buddy, I could stay from range. They usually fire spells. You're not being fun today. But either way, while you're progressing these areas in here, you can just stay from range and they fire the spell. And you just send it right back. Or I can just use this range attack to help clear the areas. You know what I mean? So I like that. But as far as just like a regular shield, you have the two we've been rocking. And that's right here. They're medium shields, so they're perfect. It's not all about great shields all the time, So fire negation, magic negation. Bring them both up to plus 25. You'd be looking really good. But you deal with more fire than magic in the DLC, so I maxed this out. They're identical, stat-wise. They're just the opposite of each other. This is maxed out, this is not, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, it's perfect for the zone we're in. It's really nice. And as far as special shields we got here, Smith Script Shield's fucking phenomenal. Even though it's a basic weapon, you cannot change the affinity, which I found weird, but besides that, and you could throw it. Could you imagine if it did have frostbite? That'd be cool. But yeah, this, and then we're about to get you guys a very, very unique shield here too. It's a strength build. It has like a lion's head, and you could just do like a shit ton of posture damage with it with the right build. So that's pretty cool, I guess. But look at that, fucking 1500 with that. But as he's sitting there casting spells, you see what I'm saying? And you're just getting off so much damage that we're dead, But no, you're just getting off so much damage with the fucking shield, which is just a secondary thing. So that could even make the difference still in Fire Nexus. Like I say, guys, get creative, try different stuff, see what works for you. But there's a lot of options. I know I went off for quite a while on the shields, but we haven't talked about them the whole playthrough, so it did make sense to do so. Shields are fucking important, let's be honest. Either way, guys, now that we got that done, we are ready to press on. Now, as far as the 8 new weapon types, there's 2 shields, guys. Backhand blades is only a few things. There's only 2 fucking shields, that's it. So, under this guy, we'll show you, there's an upgrade map, but you can't get to it. When we get up top, we're going to move a bunch of shit around, like all these podiums. So, we'll just have to come back and, grab that then. So, storehouse, more lore, goes into the story, the main story of what's happening. So, that it would seem that the people of the keep have flooded the holy quarter that leads onward to the scatter tree bearing access. However, there's no route that leads there from the storehouse. Perhaps there's another way to reach the holy quarter from somewhere else in this keep. So you guys remember when we did the church district? Yeah, well, the church district is going to lead to a boss fight over here. Now, we did the church district, and there's just one little door we didn't take, but that was on purpose. Because, like I said, I wanted you guys to get more upgrades before we go. But good news is, we can just jump back, take a shortcut, and get there. We'll probably do it next episode, honestly. Just one fight. But yeah, I thought it was still a bit early on, as far as guiding newer players there, and not putting you guys in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? So, there's just stuff we got to go back for. This DLC's actually thrown us around much more than the game ever dreamed of it. That's just how it works. Like I said, you get to Shadow Keep, it's like a crossroads that sends you to fucking 8 regions, so that's how it works. Now, heading on up, I'm about to get into your fight with Mesmer. Not immediately, but pretty close to it. I mean, we'll go in and out, we have quest lines to figure out, but like we're Ansbach, we're about to meet Freya, we'll progress their quest, but we are, we're working towards that. So this Fire Knight's like the ones up top. We're gonna shoot that like holy portal looking thing at you. It's not a portal, but if I was to explain it to somebody, that's what I would call it. It says, hey, it looks like a portal. Oh, we're hitting a roof and landing. What a dick. This is why I just usually run these guys down. Oh, you can roll through it. There it is. I knew you owed us one. Alright, so now we got our heavy hitter out of the way. There's like one item down here. Just didn't want no one getting killed. You will have some bats and shit to deal with. So if you were to go straight, that's going to progress you. So first, we're going to go on down. And there will be bats that fuck with us over here, guys. Usually they'll like fly down the stairs. I don't see them just yet. Did you see this? Let us in. Now, if you were like, fuck it, it's probably just some little optional shit, I'm not going down here, you'd miss a very important quest item. So this is where the quest item is hidden that tells you what Mikkel's plans are with Radon and Moog's bodies. So all the way here on the backside, Secret Rite Scroll. I think he reads it. Let's see. A Lord will usher in God's return, and the Lord's soul will require a vessel. So, isn't that crazy? And this is, why are you still alive? Oh, I didn't remember resting, and I'm like, I was about to say, hey, this is the area we just did, and I saw him, I'm like, dude, we killed every fucking thing over there, what the hell's going on here? But yeah, I'm just tripping. I like to double check myself, even like when I'm sure that we didn't miss anything, I'll constantly do that if you guys haven't done it. So I tried not to too much, because it takes away from what we have to do, but, I'd rather be sure. We're only going to do this walkthrough once, hopefully. It's a big one, boys. This is the biggest walkthrough up to date on the channel. I mean, because we did the base game and then the DLC, so we're almost at 100 hours right now. Base game is 75 episodes exactly. This is 18, that's the 93rd episode here. We've still got quite a bit left. So, I'd like to get it right the first time. So, either way, now my blabbering is over. We're going to go on in. Let's save you guys to run back first. Alright, let's go and get that. That way we don't have to run back over here. And do be cautious, we're not far from a Grace Brigade there yet. I mean, I guess the one behind us ain't that bad. Where are you? Fire Knights are in your very near future. There's also going to be a bit of hopping around here, guys, because, like I said, we're going to get the greatest quest, and then we have to go and give Ansbach and all that stuff. So what we'll do is progress, knock out Freya's portion, and then we'll hop around when we get our next side of Grace. That's what I was saying. See, we can just, do that throughout the zone. I'm back double-handed, we're all good. Alright, so we're gonna go knock this guy out. Now, this guy's got a little fucker that's trying to heal him. And this guy, this Fire Knight, will get healed multiple fucking times if you were not careful. It's important. So what I would suggest doing, take him out. What are you doing? Not good. Thank you. So you see that? So luckily we pulled him over enough, but I guess my spell get hit in the fucking bookshelf. This is absolutely no fucking good. Either way, once you get him out, Spirit Calculus, say it's exceedingly rare, consumable, nothing crazy. Oh, come on, heal. Oh, this is not good, bro. Yeah, the fucking corners, bro. They really irritate me. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Other thing too, guys, like we always die like right at the fucking end of the path. Right at the end of the path every fucking time. Yeah, I love that shield, but this, like I said, it's probably not the best place for it. It did have some advantages, for sure, but I'd rather have that fire negation. Jump attacks will do it. So we got his helm. If you haven't got that drop yet, all those helms you get from these guys actually have special benefits. We're gonna get you guys another one here soon, which is super dope. One of the best looking helms in the game. I cannot wait for us to get it. Alright, let's go and get back. And as always, we're not going to do anything more than we have to. We've already done it, we've already done it. We're just going to take out who we need to. Still got quite a bit to get to. I'd like to at least get to Mesmer. I don't think we probably wanted to fight him this episode, but at least get to him. Then we'll do 2 bosses next episode. God, that's got some impressive range. Thank you. Alright. So let's head back up. So we don't need to go, don't need to go straight again. We've already cleared that. Now you're going to hear Freya talking. She's not on our level just yet, though. So I like to do this. I like to go to the left first. Remember I told you we're going to move all these podiums around with the levers? That's here. So if you go to the left first and pull the lever, when we go up talk to Freya, we can literally just drop down where we need to, and we don't have to backtrack. So I like to do it that way, but I guess it doesn't matter as long as you get it all done. And then right by Freya will also be our side of grace. So like I said, we have to hop back and forth between Ansbach and Freya just pretty much wrap up their quest. Then we'll get back where we need to be, and we can just continue down the path. Yeah. That's the other thing. You don't have to do the whole Astral Board, guys. Just big posture damage on that. So now that we have moved, you notice all this stuff. This was like up higher before. So not only can we progress, but we could also go back down and get the upgrade map from that guy's beard. See how it's like close to the edge now? So we'll go back and get that shortly. First, we need to go up top. What we really, really, really got to do Let's get that side of grace.
Oh, Lord. Would I ever make sense of this jumble?
Yeah, a lot of souls going through here too, guys. A lot of levels going through here. Not levels, depending on high level you are. Yeah, where's that 60, 60? I don't know. I feel like our mana might even be good. I wonder if we should get in 40 strength, quality, faith. That would be nice. So just go ahead and exhaust her dialogue. She's trying to figure something out here,
I'm afraid I'm
investigating.
busy. Curse upon my... I should have asked Ansbach. I'm afraid truly.
Alright, so from here, there's so many at this point. Now, this is the one I always mix up. Loft. I don't think it's the loft. I think it's first floor. We're gonna look into it because there's so many floors. I should have put this in my notes like a big old dummy. I didn't. I didn't go to first. Oh yeah, first floor. Fourth floor is what I wanted. Yeah, I forgot to put for the upgrade map. I forgot to put which one it was. I think this is it though, or close to. Yeah, he's a little bit further down now, but we should. I wonder if we can make it from here. Yeah, we'll just go this way. It's actually something I missed. My first playthrough. There's a lot of shit I missed my first playthrough. Pearl Drake. Sorry, I got it mixed up. There's another one we got that was the upgrade. I told you guys we had one more of those talismans to get. That was it. Well, we still have our whole Paladin Drake. It's coming. Like I said, I missed that. I found out how to get it, but I never wrote down what it was. Regardless, I made sure we got it for you guys. Either way, now that we've done that, we have access to the rest of the area. I should have wrote down what that was, but I mean, it doesn't matter. We got it for you guys. Usually I have better notes on this stuff. A lot of reach for this guy. Oh, we never landed it. I wouldn't mind that fucking spell. Thank you, tough guy. Now get your beast horn. What are they doing? Like fighting shadows and shit. Yeah, so that item hanging, to be completely honest, when I was taking notes, I missed it, you know. I entirely missed it. So, I found out how to get to it, but I never checked it out. So hopefully we're not missing anything now. We'll probably do a double check to be sure in between episodes. I'm hoping we don't have nothing else. That's the only thing I had trouble, getting into. So, if you guys know of anything we missed, obviously let us know, but doubtful. It should catch us up on the stuff we have new stuff we can access now. So from here, what we're doing, we're just working our way back down to Ansbach. Should be, is that the right room? Yeah, because here's the other drop, which takes you to the room we got the +3 bolt drake, and they kind of look the same from up top. So we need to turn in this to Ansbach. I'm afraid it's this decision.
She must be feeling the need to reaffirm her allegiance before she heads to war. But true, but no, she has a heart.
Scroll.
Well, yes, I should have known. Even the truth was itself mere folly. As if using Lord Moog to gain entrance to the land of shadow were not enough, he plans to use his corpse as the vessel of his king consort. He has forsaken Lord Moog's soul. He desires only his empty shell. It beggars belief. I'm afraid Tender Mikula fails to grasp the humiliation implied by this act. One thing is certain. My dear lord deserved better. Righteous time you have given, but I can hardly fathom. I am a warrior. Cursed. I could spend... The absolute.
Alright, so like I said, literally tells you who the boss is. But I did think it was kind of funny. It was like, oh, I don't know how you knew that. Like, game told me. But yeah, it's all that. It's really interesting too, guys. Really interesting. So either way, since he spoke with you about Freya, now you can talk to her to get your shield. So like I said, really, really dope, unique shield for strength builds.
I'm a truly.
Supposed to? Did I miss dialogue with him? What's the quickest? I guess this is still gonna be the quickest way. Unfortunately, I know this stuff gets a little tedious, but it's got to get done. And you get some really unique, cool stuff from it. Alright, tough guys. Yeah, y'all are so tough. They just beg for fucking attention, dude. They just beg for attention.
Righteous, could you please? Thanks to Freya.
Yeah, we should just quit it out and load back in. So there you go.
This is the
Letter for Freya. Yeah, we're at 40 minutes, so I mean we're close to Mesmer, but we're gonna save it for next episode, guys. I don't want to rush a guide for one of the most difficult fights in the game. Period.
From Sir
So pass on the letter, get your shield.
As the but kind, which is fine. I know it would, and certainly endless as befit. Give my regard. Tell him to face your.
There you go. Golden Lion Shield. So medium shield has like a bash ability, does a lot of posture damage, like I was telling you before. So very cool, right? Very, very, very cool. So this puts us right where we left off. Be a dick about it. Stop it. Thank you. Alright, so we already went the other way and pulled the lever that was right beneath you. So if you just run over here, jump. There's your other upgrade. See, I told you it was here. I just got my shit mixed up. I knew there was one left. Alright, so if you just look down, you're going to see a little drop point. Now that just puts you right back where that lever was. So what we're going to do is run, jump. There's nothing down here. If you guys want to, drop down, check it out, you can, but there's nothing there. And you'll see this beast you can climb, but it doesn't bring you anywhere. So what you're trying to actually do is go to this one. Run, jump on off. Now, you guys, feel free to look around, but that should have you wrapped up in full. Every item I know and, obviously know how to get is there. So when you go on out, we're really just working our way to Mesmer at this point. There's a side of grace right at the fight, so I'm going to go and grab it for you guys. But next episode's just going to kind of be like a boss rush, quest, things like that we're going to do. Thank you. Now we're about to fight the Fire Knights of all Fire Knights. This is the toughest Fire Knight match in the game. Point blank period in the game. This is going to be the toughest one. He's right outside this door here. So he has something similar to like Queelan's Asherboard, but he's going to just send this fire projectile right at your fucking neck. Got a lot of range, does a lot of damage. He's got other stuff too. But that's one of the worst things. Everything he does has a lot of range, bro. A lot of range. Come on, stamina. So, Fire Knight of all Fire Knights. Oh, he got me with it. I couldn't tell if that was the Asher special. Okay, dude. Starting to annoy. Dickhead. Give me your helm. Give me your Ash of War. Thank you. Thank you. Both of which are fucking awesome. So the helm is going on immediately. Actually, it looks good with a few sets too. We're definitely going to be rocking this. But as a lot of things do in the DLC, this has special perks. So Saul's hood, increases intelligence. Then that one raises base stats. That's the one we just got. Enhances Fire Knight skills. So if you're using the Ash of Wars, that's for your summons. Less mana for summons. So pretty much everything in the DLC that you see is going to give you some type of stat benefit. There was very limited things in the base game that did that. You know, there was a few, but not many. You know, I mean, you had your imp helms, you had your intelligence helms. That was really it. So this is pretty nice. Now, once we grab this, we should be able to go ahead and get up to plus 13 before the fight. And then we have like 3-4 bosses next episode where we're going to go pick up like 5 more. So you guys should be close to like plus 15 on your scatter tree blessings between, you know, taking out these bosses and the ones they give us. So that's plus 13. It only goes to plus 20. So, I mean, once you get to plus 15, life gets easier. So we are going to wrap up a little bit sooner than anticipated, just because I want to put all this stuff together and get all the rewards at once. But next episode, we're going to open up with the Mesmer boss fight. I'm going to take you guys on over here, knock out this boss, and close up this optional area. We're going to take out this boss, and then we're going to close all that stuff up. If we happen to have leftover time, we're going to go ahead and fit in the Manus Metter questline, take care of all 3 finger ruins, which leads to another boss remembrance and some very powerful weapons and spells and catalysts and a bunch of shit. And just try to do all that and get you guys set up for, you know, the harder parts of the walkthrough, which is going to be, you know, the Madness, Jagged Peak, and then, you know, the end of the game, because that's where we are now. So that's what we'll be doing over the next episode or 2 episodes. So either way, with that, we will wrap up here, and we'll see y'all back here shortly to take out Mesmer.